I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'm back to do be that again. They say,
All righty, very good. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome. My name is Michelle Fletcher, and I am the academic recruiter for the college. Thank you all for sharing an hour of your time with us this evening, giving us the space to talk with you about opportunities and programs at CVCC. Now, while it is true that CVCC is a relatively small community college, we're doing some big things and we serve our students in a big way. And so we're pretty excited this evening to talk with you about why we think CVCC is the right choice. Over the next hour, we will be talking with you about academic programs. We'll talk with you about the application process, financial aid, talk with you about getting started. We call that onboarding. We'll talk with you about student life as well. Now, in addition to that, we have with us this evening our coordinator of the tutoring center on the main campus, Miss Joy Adams, and she's going to be talking with us about how to use the tutoring center for your academic success. Listen, we want this evening to be engaging and we want it to be interactive. So as we move through the evening, if you have a question, by all means, put it in the chat. And if you're feeling brave enough, then I would ask you to unmute yourself and ask whatever your question might be. We will also introduce several polls throughout the evening. These polls are anonymous. However, we use the information to help us serve you better. Now, at the bottom of your screen, if you look down here, you'll see you got a lot of little things, ways in which you can engage with us. I talked a little bit about the chat already, but if you look over to the right, you'll see here where it has reactions. There's a lot of little cool features in there that you can use, again, to stay connected with us throughout the evening. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I am going to launch our first poll for you this evening. And that poll is basically asking, why are you, your reason for attending this evening? And so I'm going to give you a few seconds there to take that poll, because we want to make sure that we get the information, you get the information that you need before the evening is over. All right, give me a few more seconds on that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end this poll. And it looks like learning about programs that the college offers. And of course, that is definitely one of the main things that we will be doing this evening. Enrolling in the classes, we'll be talking about that as well. And other, let me share the results. Can you see that? All right. So for my person that wrote other, can somebody tell me what was the other? What were you thinking? What were you, your reason for attending? Nothing? All right, I won't put you on the spot. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and introduce our first speaker for the evening. And that speaker is a representative from the admissions office, and that will be Karen Alexander. Karen?
Okay, good evening, everyone, and thanks for coming out. We just want to walk you through the process here, help you get started, and learn everything that you need to know about getting registered in classes at CVCC. So I didn't see on the poll that anyone had indicated needing help with applying, but I'll just quickly go through how to do that just in case, or if you have friends who need to apply. Basically, just go to the CVCC website, centralvirginia.edu, click where it says apply now, and the application will walk you through. It's fully online, and it only takes about 5 or 10 minutes to complete. Now, when you submit that, or if you've already submitted, you will notice that you've gotten an instant confirmation. This confirmation is your acceptance to CVCC. So you will instantly get your 7-digit student ID number. This is your number that you will use to access your account and all services that you will give to us when you call in for information that we can use to help you. It will also tell you if you're coded as an in-state student or an out-of-state student for tuition purposes. The in-state rate is the best available rate that's reserved only for Virginia residents or those who have moved to Virginia and been here for at least a full year prior to the start of the term. So that will be important. If you see any discrepancies, if you feel you're a Virginia resident and you were coded out of state, no problem. We have an appeal process. We can work with you. All you have to do is contact the Admissions and Records Office, and we can assist you with that process. I will drop my contact information into the chat here in just a moment, so you'll have that available if you have any questions or need any help. But I want to go through a few other quick things that will help you get started to get off on a good foot with everything that you're doing, even before you start choosing your classes. When you are checking your account, if you've not yet done so, if you've already applied and have your student ID number, you can go set up your My Cvcc account. You will find that in the upper right-hand corner of the website, My Cvcc. First time you log in, you'll establish your username and password, get set up. This is where your account lives basically in the system. You'll be able to see all your registration, your financial information, a lot of information you can contain there. You can make changes, you can update your personal information. This is your account. It will be the same throughout the time you're with us at Cvcc. Now, a couple other things you can do is to check there to see if you have any messages or holds. If there are any holds on your account, it could be for various different things, but it will tell you where to go. A lot of those you may need to contact the Admissions and Records Office, my office, to reach out and clear anything. If you're under 24, basing your residency on a parent, things like that, you may just have to provide a bit of additional documentation that we can assist you with. Taking care of all these things up front will help you get a strong start and help prevent any delays on getting your account set up. So take a look at all of that. If you do have your transcripts from high school, please make sure you go ahead and send those in to us. We will be using those. Raylene will speak to you later on with the class registration piece about how we're going to use that to help place you into courses. If you've taken any previous college credits, make sure you get official transcripts from your previous colleges sent in to us. Same for any test scores you may have, AP scores, SAT, CLEB. We can use all that information to award credit for you as well. So we want you to have a great start. Our summer registration is currently available. Fall registration will be opening on April 5th. That's coming up very soon. So you guys have chosen a great time to come in, get started, get the information you need so we can help you be ready to register when those classes are available. So regardless of what the semesters look like, if we are virtual in boxes like this you see on the screen, or when we are back together on campus in the future, we are here to help you. We want to walk you through all the information that you need, and we are all here to assist you. So we'll all stick around to the end for any questions, but right now, are there any questions for me about the admissions process or anything to get us started before I pass the presentation on? I see someone just said, I'm here making sure I'm doing everything correctly. So that's wonderful. That's what we're here to help you with. So, okay, if there's anything, feel free at any time. As soon as I quit, I will drop my information into chat. But for now, I'm going to pass the presentation on over to Nathan in our financial aid office. He is going to talk to you about the FAFSA and your options for affording college. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, good evening. My name's Nathan, and welcome to our information session. We're glad you joined us tonight. And I do have a small, short presentation, PowerPoint presentation to go over with you real quick. And congratulations to anyone graduating from high school and taking the next step to come to Cvcc. We are looking forward to seeing you here. Go to the next slide, please. Karen talked to you a little bit about the applying for the admissions process, the admissions process for applying to Central Virginia Community College. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about applying for financial aid. Next slide. Why do you need financial aid? Well, tuition costs some money. If you're in state, it's $161.25 per credit hour. If you're out of state, it's $361.35 per credit hour. So you can see there's a significant difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition. So you want to make sure that you put the correct information on your application so that if you are an in-state resident, you can get that in-state tuition. Next slide. If you're starting in the fall, you'll want to complete the 2021-22 FAFSA. There's 2 of them open right now, so you want to make sure you choose the right one. So if you're starting in the fall, that's the one that you want to choose, the 2021-22 FAFSA. And you want to complete that at FAFSA.gov. If you go to FAFSA.com or FAFSA.org, some of those other websites, they charge you. And if they're charging you, you're not on the right site. This is called the free application for federal student aid. So it is free. So don't pay for it. Before you begin the process to complete your FAFSA, you'll have to apply for a student, an FSA ID to get into your FAFSA and to sign your FAFSA with as well. If you're under 24, most of you will need a parent or guardian to complete the application as well, to sign it and put their information on there for the tax information. So they will also need an FSA ID before you start. And then you want to put CVCC's federal school code on there so that we get a copy of it once it's complete, and we can use that to award your aid to you. And your FAFSA is not complete until once you've submitted your FAFSA. When we get it, we will put on your account any documents that we need for you to submit to us to get your application completed. So it's not completed until we get that documentation. Next slide. Here are some of the grants and some of the aid that you can get from the FAFSA. The federal Pell Grant is the main one that most people know about. And if you have a full Pell Grant and you're full-time for fall and spring, you can get a little over $6,300 towards your school. So just wanted to point that out. Then there are some state grants as well. The Commonwealth Grant is from 6 hours and up, and the PTAP, which is a part-time grant, is anywhere from 1 hour up to 8 hours. So whether you're taking 1 hour or you're taking 21 hours, there's some aid there for you. And then we also have the foundation scholarship through CVCC that you can apply for on our website. And that's usually awarded up to tuition and fees. Next slide, please. And then if you still have a balance after your financial aid is applied, you can apply for a tuition payment plan through the accounting office. And there's the steps on there how you can do that. Or if you need to do that, you can contact the accounting office and they can help you with that to spread the payments out over a couple of months rather than paying it all in one lump sum up front. Next slide. Can I use financial aid to purchase books and maybe a laptop at the bookstore? Yes, you can. If once your charges are paid in the accounting office, your tuition and fees are covered, and you have money left over, you can use that money in the bookstore to buy books, and yes, even a laptop if you have enough money. You can use up to $1,000 in the bookstore of aid that you have that's over and above your tuition. Next slide. Things have changed. Your 21-22 FAFSA is based on 2019 income. So that's 2 years ago. Due to COVID-19, of course, your household circumstances might have changed. Somebody may have lost a job. Somebody may have had large medical bills. If that's happened and things on the FAFSA don't look like they do now, reach out to our office, the financial aid office. We can help you with that to bring things current so that it looks more like what it looks like now. And that can help you out most cases, that can help you out with getting more aid. Next slide, please. Here's our contact information, and I will put that in the chat below. It's easy to remember though for email, financialaid@centralvirginia.edu. And we're open. There's the hours that we're open. So I'll put the information in the chat. Does anybody have any questions for me right now? If not, I'll pass it back to Michelle, and I think she's got another poll for us. Thank you. You're muted,
You're muted.
Michelle.
You know, I was really trying to remember that. But anyway, I do have another poll. And this poll is asking the question as to whether or not you have the technology that you need to help you be successful in your academics at CVCC. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this next poll. And the question is, do you have a computer or laptop needed for classes? And do you have a reliable internet service? Okay, we'll go ahead and end that poll. And it does look like you have what you need in terms of the technology, and that is great. I will say that we do a loaner program for laptops and hotspots. So and maybe Joy might mention something about that. I'm not sure, but that is something that we do for our students. And if you are in need of a loaner, please reach out to one of us and we will be happy to assist you with that. Okay, our next speaker will be Ms. Raylene Cope, and she's going to talk with you about these academic programs, how to get started, and just kind of take us from there. Raylene?
So before I actually jump in and help you guys out with some onboarding stuff, I'm actually going to pass it over to Joy. And Joy is in our tutoring department. So Joy Adams, can you take it from here?
I can. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Joy, and my area tutors subjects other than writing and math. Right now, we have tutors in accounting, biology, business, chemistry, criminal justice, economics, history, computer classes, Spanish, social, and psych. We try to have tutors for all these subjects each semester. Sometimes it varies, but we hope to continue this on in the fall. If you don't see a class listed here, you can still get help. For example, you might have to create a Word document or a graph or Excel sheets for another class, and our tutors can help you with all that. We have both professional tutors who have their bachelor's degree, and we have peer tutors who are students from Cvcc or other area colleges. We have appointments, or you can just walk in. This is true for campus or even virtual. We have tutors that are kind of just waiting to see if anybody needs help. So you could call up and get an appointment or just get a tutor if they're available. Normally we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. In the fall, this might change slightly, but if the tutors can accommodate something else if you need it, they work really hard to try to help you. Another resource that you'll have available is BrainFuse. BrainFuse offers a wide variety of subjects, most of what we tutor and additional ones. They're also open 24/7 for most subjects, so it's a good resource to have if you can't make it into tutoring on campus. And as a Cvcc student, you get 5 free hours per semester, and we can always add more to your account if you find it helpful. BrainFuse also has other study resources, such as making note cards. They have videos and different things like that for different subject areas. And the last thing I like to mention is we started an embedded tutoring program this spring. Embedded tutors, both professional and peer tutors, are assigned to specific classes. We have them in biology and chemistry and ITE 115 right now. So they have access to the same content that you would, such as lecture notes, videos, due dates, schedules. Sometimes they join classes, answer questions. They arrange group tutoring and individual tutoring. So by doing this, they know what the instructor is going over. They know how they teach. So we hope that they'll be better able to help you with your classes. And I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions? If not, I'll hand it back to Michelle.
All righty, thank you. Okay, we're going to launch our third poll for the evening. And this poll is asking what programs of study are you interested in at Cvcc? So we're going to go ahead and launch that and let you respond to that poll. All right, well, we'll go ahead and end the poll. Sharing the results, it looks like that several of the students are interested in the General Studies, Education, Business Administration, the transfer program. And so we have Raylene coming up, and she's going to talk with you about these academic programs. So I'm going to go ahead and give it over to Raylene, and she will share with us about onboarding and the academic programs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Or good evening, actually. I'm Raylene Cope. I'm actually a college navigator here at Cvcc, and my job is actually to help students enroll and start classes and start strong. And I help you through your whole first year of Cvcc. So the first thing I'd like to do is kind of talk a little bit about some of those programs that you guys had looked at or are interested in taking. Just so you know, I'm going to share my screen with you. If any of you are actually interested, you could go to our centralvirginia.edu webpage, which is where I am right now, and you can click on programs and classes. And you see we have everything kind of bundled up based off of the different types, but you can also click on see all programs of study. And this shows you pretty much every single thing that we offer here at Central Virginia Community College. We've got tons and tons and tons of programs. There are associate's degrees, there are certificates. We have different types. We've got just plain diplomas. I think most of you were interested in our transfer, and you can actually sort this to show like the different types that of programs that we offer. So these are the programs we offer in our transfer department. So a lot of you, I'm sure, are interested in probably just plain general studies. And if you are, we've got different types of general studies. There's some listed here that you can actually look at, but this is our basic general studies program that transfers everywhere. So back it up just a little bit to where Karen was talking to you about the application process. You actually choose your program from the application process. And once you choose a program, at the very end of the application, it gives you a username and an ID number and a password. You want to go ahead and log into your My Cvcc account, because that password is only good for 24 hours. So you want to go ahead right now and log into that My Cvcc account and redo a password that you're actually going to remember, because it gives you kind of a little jumbled like number/letter mess that most people don't remember. So go ahead and set that up. And then the next step is it will give you an academic advisor if you are a brand new student that have never been to college. So there are 3 of us. I am one of them, and you want to reach out to us. So our office hours are pretty much the same as what Nathan talked about at the end of his slide. So we have a 8 to 7 on Mondays, and then Tuesday through Friday, we're here from 8 to 5. So you want to reach out to us. There's multiple ways that you can reach out to us. Right now that we are completely remote, we can do it by phone, which is the most easiest option, of course, and the most simplest option. So you can call our front desk, which is a 434-832-7800 number, or you can send us an email, which our email will also be listed on that particular note at the end. It tells you which advisor you have. And then you can also use Navigate, which is one of the programs that you'll see in your listing of apps when you log into My Cvcc, and you can actually put an appointment on one of the academic advisors and navigators, counselors, calendar, so that you can see us. We can use Zoom just like this as an appointment option too. So you can email us, you can call us, and you can also use Navigate or to make an appointment, or call our front desk to get an appointment to do a Zoom meeting with us. So once you schedule the appointment, the next thing we will do is reach back out to you. And we would like to have a copy of your high school transcripts, especially if you are within 5 years of graduating. We will use those transcripts to decide, or to actually see if you are college ready. So in order to find out if you're college ready, we have English and math requirements that students must meet. And then the other part is if you're past the 5 years of graduating from high school, then we have a form that's called an informed self-placement, where you can choose to place yourself in college ready courses for English and in math. So I'm going to stop sharing here. Oops, if it'll let me stop sharing. Okay, there we go. So the next thing is, once we know what your college readiness is, then we help you choose classes that will work for you based off of your program. So we offer classes in a couple of formats right now. So mostly online and in asynchronous form. So asynchronous means that you would not have any contact directly with your instructor. It would just be via Canvas, which I know a bunch of you already know what Canvas is, but Canvas is one of our platforms that instructors use to instruct online virtually. We also have Zoom classes that are very similar to this. They're at a specific time and date, and those are called synchronous classes. And then the third option is a hybrid type of class. And the hybrid has a component where you would actually be on campus. So some of our programs, such as welding and machine tool, you can't really do those from home. So you would actually have a lecture time in which would be online, or paperwork that'll be done online, classwork. And then there's a lab time where you would actually come in at a specific time of the day. And we will be using social distancing, we'll be wearing masks. Everybody use that hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and we will be doing the same thing and learning like we would in a normal setting. And then we'll be doing this until things are normal again, and this could be our new normal for a while, but that will be something that we'll be doing. After we've got you enrolled in classes, we do have a online orientation that we like for students to take. So it's just a little simple orientation, and it gives you some details about the college, helps you get enrolled in, and know where things are and know what to do in different cases. So it'll tell you how to go and check your alerts to see if you have any holds on financial aid or holds for registration purposes through our admissions and records office. So keep that in mind to make sure you do that. And then the last thing that we do once we've got you enrolled in classes is just to check to see if there's anything else that you need. We do have a loaner program for laptops and hotspots. We also have options to help you figure out what's going on in the bookstore if you want to use your financial aid. So we can help you walk through that process. So we've got a full-on all around hands-on program here that really helps students get to the next level and reach their goals that they may have. And then before I switch over to our next presenter, I want to tell you about a couple of really important dates that we do have that are coming up, or just things that are kind of going on right now. We actually still have room in our second 8-week semester here if you want to enroll in classes for the second 8 weeks of the spring. Those classes actually start the 15th of March, which is coming up next Monday. So if you're interested, please reach back out to me. I'll put my contact information, of course, in the chat so you can see that, but you can also just call our regular number and reach in and, jump in with another counselor if I'm not available at that time that you call in. Summer enrollment started March 1st. So if you're interested in starting some summer courses will start May 24th. So students can take up to 12 credit hours for our summer program. So go ahead and get enrolled now. There is financial aid options for this summer. You will just need to make sure that you do the 2021 FAFSA for the summertime. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in doing that. And then our fall enrollment will open up April 5th. So if you're looking at enrolling in classes that will start in August, April 5th is when those classes open up for registration. So our classes will start in August on August 23rd. So you've got plenty of time to, start thinking and preparing. If you have questions, of what you want to do, reach out to us now so that we can help you get squared away. And then one other thing that I did leave out was a little bit of information about transferring and possibly going into the job field. So if you're thinking about transferring to a four-year college and you've signed up for a transfer program, we do have a transfer counselor that is willing to help students make sure that they've got all their T's crossed and I's dotted before they transfer to their 4-year program. And then we also have a career services advisor. Her name is Sarah Jarrett. She is wonderful. She's a wonderful resource. So if you're worried about, after you've gotten that certificate in welding, you're looking at jobs, you don't even know where to start, you could reach out to her and she can help you find some places that, offer those particular skill sets that you are looking to use now. So she's a wonderful resource. And I'm sure Michelle will probably have her on another one of our information sessions that we'll have one Tuesday. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to stick around here until the end for more questions, but anybody have anything?
Sorry to bother you.
No,
So
please.
I'm older. I'm not a youngin. I'm coming in towards my early 40s. So I don't need a transcript. I'm having trouble getting it. I'm having trouble with them returning my phone calls.
Okay.
So,
have you taken any other college courses?
I took one at Liberty a long time ago, but I had to stop and raise my kids first before I was able to come back in.
That's completely fine. If you do have any completed classes at Liberty, you just reach out to them and send us a transcript from them. But otherwise, if you're planning to start new from scratch, reach out to us. We got you. And don't feel any kind of way offended about your age. Just know that our average age is roughly 37 years old. Okay. So don't let that be one of your, scared determinants. You never stop learning. Okay. You never, ever, ever stop learning, so, and also gaining weight. You never stop gaining weight either. Yes. So please, don't wait. Go ahead and jump on that education that you've been waiting for. So no problems there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So hope to hear from you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right. So I am going to go ahead and hand this over to Dr. Vora Baker. She is going to talk to you guys about our TRIO program. So it was nice talking with you all tonight, and I'll be here for questions afterwards.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Evora Baker. I'm the director of the Central Virginia Community College TRIO Student Support Services Program. Like many of you, I'm here for informational purposes, trying to learn about the wonderful programs that we offer here at CVCC. TRIO is one of those wonderful programs. And if you've already received your ID number, I'd like for you to feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to put my information in the chat so that you can learn more about the TRIO program that's on CVC's campus. Thank you. I'd like to turn the floor over to Deanne McDaniel. Deanne, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. Good evening, everyone. So you've heard all of my colleagues talk about your academic learning. Well, now I'm going to talk to you about a different type of learning. So when you come to college, there are two types of learning. As I said, your academic learning, and then you have your non-academic out-of-class learning. And that's where student life comes in. The non-academic learning that you will obtain by participating in student life are leadership opportunities. You learn to develop relationships, and you'll learn how to work in teams. You get these opportunities by participating in clubs and organizations, as well as various leadership opportunities that we have on campus. Another part of student life is the activity part of it, where if we were on campus, you would see a variety of activities happening throughout the semester on campus. But being in this virtual world, we had to come up with a way to still engage with you and have these activities while everybody was sitting at home doing their schooling, and also provide a way for them to get a break from their academics every now and then. So we built this virtual student center within Canvas, as was mentioned here tonight. And when you go in there, that's where you will find links to trivia games, to performances that we've had. We've done scavenger hunts, various things like that. So we still have those opportunities to engage with you, even though we're not with you in person. So if you have any questions throughout your time, you can ask any one of us here. No matter what our job is, we are here to make sure that you are successful. So I thank you for joining us this evening, and I'm going to pass it back to Michelle so she can wrap it up. Michelle.
You're muted,
I
Michelle.
hear you.
All right, can you hear me? Here we go. Thank you, panel, for a lot of good information, a lot of useful information for sure. What we want to do right now is open it up for Q&A. And so I know it's just a few of you on the call, but boy, would we love to hear your questions. And no question is too small. We would love to entertain any questions that you might have, a thought that you might be having that you want to share with us. So please, we want to open the floor for a few minutes to let you do so. Any questions, any thoughts, anything you'd like to share with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Rodney, we can hear you.
Yes, hi. I was wondering, I mean, this might sound crazy, but I don't know how to access Zoom. I don't know how to download the Zoom on my laptop. I'm on my iPhone now, but how do I get the Zoom on my laptop?
All right, would somebody like to answer that for Rodney? Okay, Raylene, can you answer that?
So Rodney, if you are a current student with us, you have a free Zoom account. The state gives every Cvcc student, or every student in the state, a free Zoom account. So if you log into your My Cvcc, you can click on the Zoom button right there, and it will give you access to your meeting. You may have to say, yep, you may have to say join the meeting and put in the access information, but other than that, you should have access to it, okay?
Okay, awesome. I was rushing to get home from work, so I just logged in on my phone and trying to figure out how to get it on my laptop. But thanks, it's right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome.
Rodney, since we're talking with you, let me ask you a question. I'm going to go around the horn a little bit. It's only a few of you, so I want to reach out and ask you a question. What are you thinking about studying with us at Cvcc?
The mechatronics class.
Mechatronics, okay.
Mechatronics, yes.
Very good. And when are you looking to start with us?
I'm starting next week actually in some math classes. Because I need a little refresher on the math.
Okay, so make sure you reach out to Dr. Evora Baker so that touch base with her. Taylor Cruz, you're out there. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about studying with us?
Right now, I'm actually at CVC doing general studies.
Okay.
I thought about doing respiratory therapy, but I'm starting to lean more towards speech, but I don't know if y'all have any classes that would like line up with speech therapy or anything.
Well, that leads me right into a question I want to ask Raylene, and Raylene will probably address that question for you as well. I know sometimes students are not quite sure about their major and what they want to do and that sort of thing. So I'm going to ask Raylene, talk to us a little bit about how you made that decision in terms of determining your major and any tips that you might have for these students. And if she's looking at general studies, I know that there are electives within general studies. So can you talk a little bit about maybe how to use those electives?
Yes. So choosing an academic major is a whole process, like a whole process in itself. So one of the things, the program that you're looking for, we don't exactly have that specific program. So I tell students that depending on what you want to do, if you want to do a technical program or if you are looking at a four-year college that you want to transfer to, then you can't go wrong with our general studies program. So the program that you're currently in is really good just to get your basic general education classes out of the way. And then when you go to your four-year college, you don't have to take something silly like a history class, or you don't have to take, something that you didn't really want, a PE class. You've already gotten those things out of the way while you're here. So when you go to your four-year college, you can focus on those particular classes that you actually want to do. So there's nothing wrong with, going ahead and just keeping up with that general studies and then looking into some four-year colleges that are going to offer the program that you really want.
Taylor, I would add that something to that. Couple things. Raylene was talking with you about our transfer programs. And for any of you that are thinking about transferring, I need you to know that basically what you're completing at Cvcc will equal your freshman and sophomore year of college. So you're doing with us what you would have done at the four-year college had you started there first. Nathan has already given you 161 good reasons to start with us, because that's the tuition costs for a credit hour with us. And that is just a tremendous savings. So you are completing your freshman and sophomore year of college with us. Now, the other good thing is that Raylene and her colleagues that are in counseling, they work very closely with you in terms of just your entire program, but looking at what you're doing with us with an eye toward where you're going. So that means then that if you're in the general studies and Raylene knows that you have, a handful of electives that you can use, well, she's going to be talking with you about, well, where are you looking to go in terms of transfer? Because what she will be able to help you do is line up taking those electives with taking classes that will work for you, not only at Cvcc, but that will be useful to you for where you're going as well. So a lot of benefits. I said a little earlier, we serve our students in a big way, and I mean that. We pull up very close, and we help again, not only get you through Cvcc, but we are looking at where you're going after Cvcc. So we're helping to prepare you for that as well. So I just wanted to plug that in. I don't know if anybody else had any more comments or anything they wanted to add to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I add something to that, Michelle?
Yes.
In addition to paying lower tuition for your first 2 years of college, if you transfer to a 4-year college in Virginia, you'll also be eligible for the college transfer grant, which is a very nice grant. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. That's something.
All right. Well,
And
since Nathan is talking, wait, one moment, Ray, I'll get you in a minute. Since Nathan is talking, I have a question for Nathan. And my question is, what happens to my financial aid if I take longer than 2 years to graduate?
If you take longer than 2 years, you're okay, as long as you don't take longer than 3 years. Satisfactory academic progress, one of the rules of that is the 150% rule. So if it's a 2-year degree and you take longer than 150%, which is 3 years, then you can run into some issues with your financial aid.
Okay, well, thank you. And you know what? The hope is with people like Nathan and Raylene working with you, you'll get it done within the time frame that you came in to get it done, to complete it in. Ray, go ahead.
As long as you have, really good grades, we have this other thing with the state of Virginia called a guaranteed admissions program. So you can, be guaranteed to get into the college of your choice. Specifically in Virginia, it could possibly work on some of the out-of-state schools as well. But as long as you work hard to keep, your grades up high, you want to make sure you keep an eye on that GPA. And, Joy was talking a little bit about our tutoring program. It's free, by the way. A lot of you should use it. If there is a specific subject that you feel weak or you feel concerned or worried about, don't let that be something to knock you down and drag you out. Reach out. And, as a navigator, I can actually do a referral on a specific class to Joy so that she can actually help us get you squared away and get you where you need to be. So please, work as hard as you can. We're here as a wonderful resource to reach out to.
Okay. Well, look like I got 2 more I want to ask, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but Mark, what are you looking to study at Cvcc? Don't hear anything from Mark. And then I didn't catch the name of the first young lady that spoke with us, and she was talking with us about having done some work at Liberty and is looking to transfer to Cvcc. Can you hear me? I want to ask you, what are you thinking about studying?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you and see you.
Okay, beautiful.
I'm wanting to go into business because my father-in-law is going to retire in several years, and we don't want to lose the family business. And someone needs to be there to help my husband run it. And I want to be good and well enough to know what I'm doing.
Okay, well, great. Well, now I'm going to go back to Raylene a little bit. And Ray, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but can you talk to, what's your name, please?
Trying to get all the kids out of the van.
Can you talk with her, Ray, about the difference between the business administration degree and then the business management or the management degree or the business management certificate?
So we have two different programs. The
Mhm.
business administration degree is our program that is geared to transfer. So if you're looking to go to a 4-year college and transfer into their business program, that particular degree will be the one that you would want to do. And it's going to give you the basics. So it's going to make sure you get, like I said, things that you don't really want to do at a 4-year college, like your science, your English, your history, those kind of things out of the way. And it's going to give you a couple of business courses. And then after you've complete that, you would just transfer and pick up in whatever form of business you want. And then our business management program is strictly a certificate to help better you in business, business all around business stuff. So if you're looking to have something like, maybe if you're already working for your father-in-law or your father in their business, this would be something that would be great to advance up, to get more information. I think that it would be a great program to take alongside learning what he's already doing, so that you can handle the business requirements that are there. So if you're not planning on
Okay.
going to a bigger company or somewhere else, I would definitely go with that business management certificate, because it's faster, and also it gives you everything you kind of need to pick up where he left off.
Okay. I'll do it then. Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
very good, very good. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Any other questions? Any other thoughts out there on the panel as well? Anybody have anything you want to share? Well, all right. We have one more poll that we want to launch, and so I'm going to do that. And this poll is basically asking, did you get the information that you were looking for this evening? And so I am going to launch this poll and let you respond. Did you find the information in this session helpful? Was the information session worth your time? And did you learn anything new about opportunities and programs at Cvcc? All right, we will end the polling, and it does appear that everybody got what they needed, and we are excited about that for you. And it lets us know that we're on the right track as well in terms of the information that we share with you. So just a few more things, and then I'm going to let you go. The sessions are recorded, and they are out there on our website and our YouTube channel. So I would encourage you to just go to our homepage, and once you get there, if you look to the right in one of those little squares, it will read information session. Just click in there, and it'll take you right where you need to go, and you'll have an opportunity to not only listen to this session again, but previous sessions as well. Thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you in a future information session. Have a good night.